They warned us not to enter these places in Chicago, not the police, not the city, but the people who lived nearby, the ones who whispered instead of talking. Chicago looks alive at night, neon lights, traffic humming, trains screaming through steel tracks. But there's another Chicago most people never see, a city hiding behind boarded doors, locked gates, and places marked only by silence. This story begins after midnight. The first place was an abandoned building on the south side. No sign, no address, just a structure sinking into the ground like it wanted to disappear. Locals crossed the street to avoid it. One man stopped us and said only 4 words: "People don't come back." Inside, the air was cold, unnaturally cold. Our footsteps echoed too loudly as if the building was listening. Graffiti covered the walls, but one message appeared again and again: "Don't stay after dark." We heard something upstairs, slow footsteps, dragging, but no one was there. Then the door slammed shut on its own. No wind, no explanation. We left running. The second place was near the Chicago River, an old tunnel system sealed decades ago. Officially, it doesn't exist anymore. Unofficially, people still hear voices coming from underground. As soon as we stepped inside, our phones lost signal. The lights flickered. Water dripped constantly like a ticking clock. Then we heard a whisper. It wasn't echoing, it was close, right behind us. A voice said our names. We never told anyone our names. The third location was the worst. An abandoned hospital on the outskirts of the city. Windows shattered, beds still inside. Wheelchairs facing corners as if someone left in a hurry, or didn't leave at all. They say patients died here when the power went out years ago. They say you can still hear machines beeping. We heard something else, crying, soft at first, then louder, coming from a locked room. When we forced the door open, the crying stopped instantly. The room was empty, but the mirror on the wall was fogged, and written across it from the inside were 3 words: "You were warned. We should have stopped after the hospital. That's what everyone says. You always should have stopped earlier." But curiosity doesn't care about warnings, and Chicago still had more places no one wanted to talk about. The 4th location wasn't abandoned. That's what made it worse. It was an old apartment building on the west side, still standing, still occupied, but 1 floor was sealed off completely. No lights, no tenants, no explanation. A woman who lived downstairs refused to use the elevator at night. When we asked why, her hands started shaking. "They knock," she said, "but when you open the door, no one's there." At exactly 2:17 a.m., the knocking started, slow, deliberate, 3 knocks. We stood in the hallway, recording. Then every door on the sealed floor opened at once. Empty apartments, dusty floors, no furniture, but footprints appeared, fresh, walking toward us. We didn't wait to see where they led. The 5th place was under the city itself. Chicago has tunnels most people don't know about. Service passages, forgotten access routes, places erased from maps after fires and collapses. A former city worker told us something chilling. Some tunnels were closed because people kept disappearing. Others were closed because something was already there. Deep underground, the temperature dropped fast. Our flashlights barely cut through the darkness. Then we saw symbols carved into the walls. Not graffiti, not letters. Warnings. Suddenly the sound of footsteps surrounded us. Not echoes. Movement, circling. Our lights flickered off, all at once. In total darkness, we heard breathing. Close. Too close. When the lights came back, the tunnel behind us was gone. Just a solid wall. Chicago doesn't just hide its past above ground. It buries things. The final place wasn't supposed to be reachable. An old rail yard on the edge of the city, shut down after multiple unexplained deaths. No trespassing signs everywhere. But what caught our attention were the shoes. Dozens of pairs, men's, women's, children's, all lined up neatly near the tracks. No bodies, no reports, just shoes. As the wind picked up, we heard a train horn. But there hasn't been a train on those tracks in years. The ground began to vibrate. Lights appeared in the distance, coming straight toward us. We ran. Behind us, the horn grew louder. Then suddenly, silence. When we turned around, the tracks were gone. There's one place in Chicago that doesn't show up on any list. No articles, no urban explorer forums, no official records. Locals won't name it. They just say, "Don't go there." We found it by accident, a wrong turn near the outskirts of the city, where streetlights stop working and the roads feel older than the neighborhoods around them. Our GPS froze. The radio cut to static, and then we saw the house. It didn't look abandoned. It looked paused, paint intact, curtains drawn.